What's up, guys? My name is Ace, and yesterday we got another COD Pod episode, which is the official Call of Duty podcast. And with this, it was quite a long podcast. There wasn't a whole lot of brand new information regarding Black Ops 7 or anything. However, we did get some key pieces of information that I absolutely wanted to cover today regarding wall running and also the apparent Blackout clip that they played in the first trailer/teaser. So, diving right in, let's first talk about wall running and jetpacks as well, since I did mention this too. Quite a long time ago, there was an apparent leak from a focus group for this next Call of Duty game, which we now know as Black Ops 7, and in this, there was a mention of wall jumping as an evolution of Omni movement. And to be clear, it specifically said wall jumping. There was no mention whatsoever of wall running in this particular leak. But then about a month ago in Black Ops 6, data miners found some wall running code in Black Ops 6 that could actually be activated in private matches at least. And you could see Black Ops 3 style wall running. They also did find the jetpack code there as well for the Black Ops 3 style jetpacks. And this, combined with that first focus group leak, had a lot of people in the community jumping to the conclusion that this means we are actually going to be seeing wall running in Black Ops 7. And while I did cover this, I was quite skeptical that this was actually going to be the case in Black Ops 7, or at least to the level that we were seeing in those leaks, which was basically a copy-paste of Black Ops 3's wall running. And the biggest reason I was skeptical is it just seemed like a pretty big leap. There was nothing that was actually tying this data mine code to Black Ops 7 in particular. And my guess with that, and I'm still guessing this is the case, is that was actually added on the back end for a limited time mode that'll be coming up, especially with the addition of Fringe from Black Ops 3. I really think, and honestly I kind of hope, there's going to be a limited time mode with jetpacks and wall running enabled in Black Ops 6. I think it would be really cool as a side mode to have Black Ops 3 style movement layered on top of Omni movement, just to see how it feels and plays in this game. And especially with Fringe coming back, I think that'd be really cool as well. In either case, after that, Reality UK data mined some other code that was found, and this one does specifically tie to Black Ops 7, which is codenamed Saturn. And with this, it was basically prompts for a tutorial on the new movement systems for Black Ops 7, and the prompts were specifically targeting wall jumping and wall diving. But again, no reference whatsoever to any form of a wall run. So jumping forward to yesterday with the COD Pod, with all of this speculation out there, a lot of people fully convinced that wall running is going to be in the game. They did confirm in the COD Pod there will not be jetpacks and there will not be wall running in Black Ops 7. They did say, though, that there would be an evolution of Omni movement, which is exactly how it was described in that focus group with the wall jumps, so I think that's what they're referring to there. Plus, that Reality UK data mine was a really solid one that specifically tied it to Black Ops 7, so quite confident we're going to be seeing wall jumps and wall dives in Black Ops 7, but they have now officially confirmed that there will not be jetpacks and there will not be wall running in the game. And in my opinion, this is a good thing. As much as I personally like wall running and jetpacks, I like advanced movement Call of Duty games, I also acknowledge that there's a huge portion of the player base that despises that, and I don't think it's the healthiest direction forward for the franchise. Now, when it comes to wall jumps or wall dives, that seems totally fine to me, although I'm trying to picture what that would actually look like gameplay-wise, and whether or not it would be just a complete gimmick or something that you're actually using on a regular basis to gain a competitive advantage over somebody. Like, are you actually going to be using it in the average gunfight at all? Or is it kind of a show-off move that you do just to try to look cool, like much of the diving in Black Ops 6? It's not really a practical move most of the time, but if you want to show off, you want to record a clip for your TikTok or something, then maybe you do that. That's kind of how I'm picturing it at the moment. Another potential for this wall jump would be to get to higher locations maybe a little bit faster. Maybe there's a spot that's too high for a regular jump and mantle, but if you get a wall bounce on a different wall as you're leading up to it, maybe that can give you that extra vertical that you need to catch that mantle and get up there instead of taking the ladder next to it, for instance. That's another area where I could see that being interesting, as long as it's not required to be consistently navigating the map. I think that would just get annoying at that point. But if it's something that you can use as sort of a shortcut to get up to a higher spot, I think that would be really cool. Outside of that, though, it really does sound gimmicky to me, but I am keeping an open mind with this. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it, actually seeing what this mechanic is like to see if it is worthwhile. Another big thing that I've been saying for a while now, when it comes to Omni movement, they did also officially confirm that it is returning. I think this is the first official confirmation that Omni movement will be back in Black Ops 7. But something I've been saying is, I hope they tone it back just a little bit, especially with the sliding. I hope that gets dialed back slightly. And this is coming from somebody that utilizes that all the time. I slide around like crazy. but it has gotten to the point where it kind of took over the game as just like the default way to move around the map all the time, and it does feel a little bit ridiculous. It feels like you're playing on a slip and slide map. So dialing that back, even to like current Warzone levels, I think would be really nice. I think Warzone has found a pretty good balance when it comes to Omni movement, so dialing it back to that stage would be great in my eyes. In either case, that's gonna wrap it up for the first part. No wall running, no jetpacks. Now let's talk about that apparent Blackout clip. And this is a clip where in that trailer, I was speculating this could be Blackout. And I actually think Blackout could be a really good move forward, especially with the apparent declining interest in Warzone over the years. It seems like it's really not recovering. Verdansk gave it a nice spike, but it seems to be back on the decline again. And I really think transitioning into Blackout with a slightly different style of Battle Royale, that's the type of thing that I think would be far more successful than just continuing on with another year of Warzone. Now, unfortunately, according to the COD podcast, that wingsuit clip that we saw is actually a part of the co-op campaign, and it does take place on Avalon, which it was very clear to see it was on Avalon. You can go see Avalon for yourself right now by spectating and just flying around on Lowtown, for instance, and you can easily find this exact point from the trailer. So it's definitely on Avalon, and they have confirmed that now, and it is from the co-op campaign. So that also seems to show that the co-op campaign is going to at least feature some open world elements like we saw with Modern Warfare 3's campaign. I hope they don't take it as far and rely on it as often as they did in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, but I suspect they will, since this is another one of those back-to-back COD titles. I actually kind of liked the idea of the open world campaign, and I thought it was interesting. They just did too much of it in Modern Warfare 3. But with this being confirmed to be co-op campaign, they didn't specifically say there's no Blackout coming to the game, so maybe that's still possible. Probably a little bit of hopium on my end. But I definitely saw a lot of interest and hype surrounding that clip prior to this being confirmed to be co-op campaign. A lot of people were like, yes, Blackout is coming back. They were really, really hyped about that. So at the very least, hopefully they're seeing the response to that and seeing that people do want Blackout, or at least there are a lot of people out there that want Blackout, not necessarily everybody. And obviously we don't want Blackout copied and pasted from the past. I think we need some modern Battle Royale improvements to Blackout, of course, but a lot of the elements of Blackout would be really nice to see. I've still got that little bit of hope that Blackout is still coming, but those particular clips just weren't on Blackout and they were on the co-op campaign instead. But I do think that is a bit of a reach at this stage. And there we go. That is going to wrap it up for today's video, and I'm really curious to hear from you guys in those comments down below. First up, how are you guys feeling about the fact that we're not going to be seeing wall running or jetpacks in Black Ops 7? And second, what would your thoughts be on Blackout if it did return? Would you guys be excited to see that? Or maybe not so much. Would you prefer them sticking to Warzone? Just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.